All right, we got use that dolly, and we got it out here on the patio blocks. Now we have to put the doors on, the fire brick back in, get the hoses attached, and try it out. Got our doors on, and now we got to work on our fittings. Here we go. We got the outlet of the pump going to the low side of the heater, high side of the heater going into the pool. They said it didn't matter. We got our firebox all set. They said now run the pump and see if there's any leaking water in the firebox. All right, but the power's invested in me. All right, let's see if we got any leaks about the property. No leaks there. No leaks. Yeah, might be a little bit of something happening here. All right, let's see about this one. Doesn't feel like any leaks per se. Let's check inside the firebox. In you go. Take a look up. See any leaks up there? If there is, it's not dripping down in here. I guess that was the point of that exercise, to make sure that there's no leaks before you start a fire, because condensation can cause dripping, but it is not a leak. All right, so the only leak, as you can see by this drip right there, is coming from, I think, the thread area right here. Move on the other side. There it goes. Yep. All right, well, that is not the final configuration of plumbing, so that little drip we're gonna allow so we can get the chimney on and get a fire going. Okay, we got a little bit of stuff ready to make a fire. We got some more logs here, so let's get it started and see what we get. Alright, we got some fire going. We got a little bit of smoke coming out the top. We'll get that started and put some bigger stuff on. Alright, I don't have the pita ports in to do this, but we're just going to do it manually. Survey says incoming water is going to be 82. A non-scientific method, but let's see what we get. Now I'm reading 85.6, 85.8, 86. Alright, so that definitely feels warmer than over here. And actually the water is coming from the bottom. Okay, we got a pretty good fire going, so a quick peek. Good fire. Guess we gotta lower this. Close this. This is supposed to go in the second position for max heat. We got a chimney temperature that's approaching 200. Not too much smoke. Got some heat. I think I'm gonna go get the infrared thermometer and see what the sides are saying. But let's let the scientific method do its job. Okay, here we go. Pool water is 83.3. And let's go measure the output. We're at 89.7. 90.1, 90.6. So right now we got 90.6 on the output. We had 83.3 on the input. And our chimney temperature is 300. Alright, so we're supposed to let this thing bake in for like 4, 5, 6 hours so the paint cures. So we're gonna put some more wood in and let it sit there for the afternoon for a bit. And then we said 83.3 was the water temperature to start. And this was, I forgot what we said. What's the thermometer at the bottom say? Thermometer at the bottom says 82, which may not be as accurate as anything else. Interesting. Way down here we got 300 degrees, 235. Here we're at 120, 145. What's the stack looking? 132, 120, 237. So it looks like the body's like 110, 120. Hotter near the top and hotter near the bottom. Let's see what the brick is. Alright, so, you know, let's do it this way. So this is, you know, it should be comfortable out this far, but up here it tapers off pretty quick. The top, not too bad. This side, pretty cool. Yeah, well. See the bottom where the firebox is probably out about a foot. You know, 6 inches easily. Yeah, 6 inches, foot at the bottom. This is where the pipes are. Yeah, you know, that's less than 6 inches and not too bad. This was the pallet. We're taking the boards off, pulling the nails. I'm gonna cut those in half and use them for to burn in the pool heater. This, we're just gonna clean up the jagged edges because the kids like to make jumps and ramps for their things. So that will make a nice piece of jump or ramp. Okay, fire is burnt down. It's still got some warmth here, but the outside here, definitely some heat. But that's what's left out of a couple of small loads of firewood. So we're gonna let this all cool off. Chimney's temperature's down, but we're gonna let the pump run probably for like another hour, let it get the heat out. So I'm just gonna close this up for the night here. And then come out an hour and we'll turn the pump off. All right, here we go. Where are we? It looks like at 85. We started at 82, so 3 degrees. And we really didn't have that much of a fire. 2 small fires, I'd say, in the afternoon. Not really tended. So we don't need the pool much warmer than that for right now, because tomorrow the kids won't be swimming, grandkids. So we're gonna let that cool off, and I would have to say I'm pretty pleased with that. We do need to work on our piping here to get our peak ports with our thermometers in there and some bypass valves and a better way so I don't trip over that stuff. So that's one thing. A winter project's probably going to be to weld a cart, that this will sit on a cart, because I want to be able to move this from here over to this side of my garage and be able to heat my garage in the winter time. And probably a wintertime project, we're going to make another cart, because this is my utility car. I use it all the time, one of them. But I'm going to be able to stack firewood. So I need to get the firewood from way in the back there, so I can go back and get a load of firewood. Gonna have like a tinder box with tinder, lighters, some paper, and then a metal bucket to put the ash in when I have to clean it out before I make the new one. So I can haul that stuff to the back, get some wood, come back and leave it here and put it in as I need it. That's my plan.